what's up, folks? This is Dan French. You guys know the channel, and I have a good one to talk about today, and it's none other than Mr. Grant Cardone's back in the news, and had this article and this information he talked about, and I want to bring this up. So a lot of people out there are looking at the economy. They know that they're struggling month to month, sometimes paycheck to paycheck, right? Everybody out there knows that Americans have not had the same spending opportunities, and also have lost a lot of spending capabilities on different things, maybe cutting corners. Not everybody, but I'm going to say a lot of people out there, a lot of Americans are suffering from inflation costs, increase in prices, and again, wages just are not following the same path of what inflation has done, even though the Fed's come out and stated that gross domestic product is better and also inflation is coming down. I still see a lot of people out there. I look at what's out there, right? My gut instinct. And a lot of people are still struggling to really keep their head above water, if you want to call it. So Grant Cardone comes out, he starts talking, and of course he opens up the door of controversy. I think he's a very controversial type of person. And he talked about retirement and what the expectation is for retirement today. So I'm going to give you guys what he had to say about how much money you need for retirement just to be comfortable, and then I'm going to come back and give you guys my opinion on this. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Hey, it's your boy Grant Cardone, and today we're talking about retirement savings. You know me, I'm always vocal about the economy and how you should prepare. But today I'm going to blow your mind about that traditional $1 million retirement goal. Spoiler alert, it seriously falls short. On July 12th, I posted on X about retirement savings. I said, if you only have $1 million and pull out 4% a year, that's only $40,000 a year to live on and exhaust your retirement. Do you think you can live on $40,000 a year in 2034? No way, folks. Seniors won't survive on $4K a month. It's time to rethink that old school $1 million target. Here's the real deal. Instead of aiming for $1 million, you need to be thinking about $5 million. Why? Because $5 million invested in apartments can generate substantial monthly income. Imagine this. $5 million self-directed into apartments could give you $20,000 a month without touching the principal. That's right. You'd never deplete that fund. Look, I know $5 million sounds high, but let me hit you with some facts. A survey by Northwestern Mutual found that U.S. adults now believe they need $146 million to retire comfortably. Yet the average American has only saved about $88,400 for retirement. Huge gap, right? Folks, Cardone's $5 million objective and real estate investment strategy might sound ambitious, but they underline a critical point. Rethink traditional retirement goals. Don't settle for the old benchmarks. Explore alternative investments. Get aggressive with your planning. With life expectancy going up and living costs rising, you've got to rethink your retirement security. Whether your target is $146 million, $5 million, or another figure, what matters is that you plan proactively. Don't wait. Start now. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop your thoughts.
So you heard what he had to say. He came out and it was doing somewhat of an info commercial. He talked a little bit about what is going on with retirement and what you need in the next coming years as far as how much money that you're going to need to have on reserve. And what's interesting is I want to bring this up here real quick. We had this article that I want to show you here. And this article was Benzinga. And it said that, can you guess how many retiree with a $5 million nest egg, how many have that? And they said it reveals less than 1%. I mean, if you keep going down, the Wall Street Journal came out and it said, meanwhile, Northern Mutual's research, which he just talked about, you need about $1.46 million to retire comfortably today is what they're saying. Yet the median retirement savings account balance paints a grimmer picture. So if you look at these figures below, under 35 has about 18,000. 75 and older is about 130,000. So you're getting of some of these reasons of why Grant Cardone has come out and is basically saying, you need to have about $5 million today. And I'm not going to discredit that, right? I'm going to talk about that here in a second. I do think that it doesn't matter what we do as Americans, things are never going to get better. And as far as not trying to be grim like they were talking about, but things are not going to get better for the average American moving forward. And we talk about our kids and our future kids. I always talk to people, would you done the same things with having kids or as many kids as you had today? We can have that conversation that long term, if you don't have a number, money saved in the bank, you don't have retirement saved up, ultimately Grant Cardone is right that you're going to be left out in the cold, and you're going to be working until you're probably 100. Life expectancy is supposed to go up. So right now is a great time to start. Now, what you hear a lot of gurus out there, and they talk about saving money. The problem is that you can't save money at the same pace a lot of people when you're hedging against inflation. What happens if we have another COVID incident? What happens if we have another problem where, money's just being circulated, they're spending a lot or erroneously spending money, which I mean the government, and then ultimately falling back on the middle class to pay for those debts, right? Because that's what they're doing. And so I think when you look at the big picture for everybody out there, it doesn't look good as far as inflation rates getting better overall and cost of living going down. If you look at the history and the data, that's what I rely on. You could see that over time, we've done nothing but, since the 1970s have increased significant amounts of debt, So I keep talking about that because I feel $5 million is a good benchmark. So I think he's right on that. Obviously, he goes on and talks about, how he can invest, or you can invest into an apartment building. He's talking more about how he can make money. But if you're just looking at it as a perspective of what do I really need if I wanted to retire, I may never retire. My parents, they're retired, but you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I would want to just sit home. I think I would just go stir crazy sitting in a house all day. I know right now, if I don't have something to do, I'm pretty much, trying to figure out what the heck am I going to do today. So when you look at Grant Cardone, he has some outlandish stuff he talks about, but a lot of the stuff, to me is driven by sales, driven by what he's trying to sell people on. Although some of those little nuggets in there, they are right. Like his $5 million situation, I would have to agree with that. I would think you would need at least 4 times the amount of what the average person out there is saying, just because it's so uncertain, especially with this economic data and the economy that we're in now. So I agree with Grant Cardone. You guys let me know. Do you guys really think when you're at retirement age in the next 5-10 years, will you need 5 million, 10 million, 20 million to be comfortable? Because these prices are going up and things aren't going to change, people. This is Dan French, Wealthy Tainment. I'll see you guys at the next one because I'm out of here.